Hello, everyone, and welcome to your monthly card readings with me, Tanys Coughlan from the Twillow Lifestyle Community, Twillow Lifestyle Academy, and my beautiful co-host, Jennifer Jurkofsky from My Holistic Self.
Hey.
We are here to do the monthly reading. We usually do this as a recording.
But we're late because it's the 4th of June. Hey, we do authentic conversation. We are what we are. Sometimes we're so good and we are like way ahead, and other times we're like, yeah, when can we get it in this week? It's already
Exactly. So this is why. So you're getting it like live, so there's no, delay.
And the special awesomeness with that is that you get the full 22 card reading, yes, which normally would be on the membership page.
Yes, at twillowlifestyle.ca. We have a membership there, and it is free for now. But, so get in early because we will be moving that, I would suspect, shortly. So get in there and become a member while we can. And you'll get all these extended readings. There's going to be more and more coming on there over the next year or so. We're working on a plan for that. And so welcome to the readings. So about that energy today, Jen.
Well, and this is it. So some of you may have seen, and if you haven't, you can go to my Facebook or my YouTube. But I put out a special energy reading for today, just because this week has been wild. And I imagine, I know I'm not the only one feeling it. Tanys, like you were saying it as well. And honestly, everybody that I have talked to last week into this week, and pretty much throughout this week has been dealing with intense emotional things coming up, feeling overwhelmed, frustrated. And it really is this coming to a head of the clearing out that's been happening, right? Mm-hmm. We've been talking a lot, if you've been following the weekly energy updates and the daily energy, you'll notice that there's been this kind of succession happening of energy that's been moving us towards shifting what isn't sustainable anymore and stuff like that. And that really is coming to a head for a lot of people. I can't continue this. I can't keep this up anymore. Something has to change. And though we're at a place now where emotionally we're recognizing that something has to change, and the gate 35 energy that we're in is going to make us feel a lot of pressure to start making that change, because the gate 35 is the gate of change. So it's going to be really important to take a step back and not make any huge decisions right now. So I won't repeat the entire video. You go ahead and watch it. It's like 5 minutes, and I go through what's happening in the energies, why things are the way they are right now, what you might be feeling, and I also give tools and things to navigate through it. Mm-hmm. So it's important right now to take that step back and don't make any huge decisions.
Yeah.
Let things settle, and then once they settle, you'll have that clarity. If things still need to change at that point, move in that direction, but just be mindful of not reactively doing something just yet.
Yeah. Well, and the Schumann, I know it's not, I don't normally bring this up on the card readings, but we did have this right here is an X class, which we haven't had super, whoops, it says X there. Where are we? Anyway, one of these guys here is an X class. It says it right down here at the bottom. And that really pushes the emotions out, so whatever those are, it's going to really push it up. So it's, we've certainly had this regular kind of thing going on for the last day or so. And so that's really making us move, basically, right?
Yeah.
So that's...
Yeah, well, remember, we're also we're coming off the full moon at the beginning of the week, which is going to be pushing us into change. Yeah. Plus, we've got the gate 35, which is change, right? And then any of these kind of X-class bursts, anything like that coming in with this energy are just amplifying that energy. And if you happen to have the full channel, the 35-36, the 36 is in the emotional center, the 35 is in the throat, right? You're going to be acting out that emotion, and 36 is transitoriness. So if you happen to have that, right, like there's going to be a big upheaval kind of feelings happening, and you just ride those waves, especially, you know, that's that energy, emotional authority. We have to, like, that emotional needs to ride the wave, right? And so again, you know, and I know we've talked about this. If you have an emotional authority, you've got to ride your wave for clarity. If you don't have an emotional authority, you have to ride the wave to get out of it. Like, you need to release the wave, right? Because you've picked it up from somebody else or something like that. So just notice that energy and give yourself some grace to sit and let, this is tough, let the turbulence be there without having to fix it. Because once you get through it, you're going to feel like there's more ability to move.
Yeah. So,
cards.
Welcome to our world. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start with doing cards. And this is, of course, for the month. So not just for today. We were just sort of chatting about today for this. But the cards are your monthly reading. So this is for June. Let's see.
And just as a note, like, it is today, but if you're still feeling it over the next, like, few days and stuff, just, that's okay. It'll still be in the 35. We're not transitioning out of it until the beginning of next week, I believe. I'd have to look at the calendar exactly for the day again. But actually, one of the posts I put on My Holistic Self has all of the calendar broken down. So if you just want a quick look at, like, when are we shifting, it's all on there, which will make it really easy. So if I make a comment about something like that, you can go, oh, there's a calendar. Okay, that's the day that she's talking about.
So just to be clear too, that tonight is about us doing the monthly read. This isn't necessarily questions and stuff tonight. This is about us giving the monthly report sort of thing of what's to come. Okay.
But I'm going to say, if you're here, you're probably meant to hear it.
Yes, exactly. So the first one is coming into power. I step into my power boldly and confidently. So, you know, with this, that certainly indicates today's energy, right? Because we have to step into the light, right? The solar flares, the light coming down, just as it is in that card. So we have light coming in. There's nowhere for all the other emotions that are all mushing about to go. So they have to come out. And so we have to process in whatever way that means for us, because everybody processes energy differently. But most of us do it through the body. So, yeah.
Let it move.
Let it move.
Well, and you've got, you know, that, and then I got, you're more powerful than you know.
Yeah. So lots about power.
Lots about power. Lots and lots. And if you look at the card too, right? Like, there's a waterfall in there. She's looking in, right? We know water is emotions. So that power is connected to our emotions. And the way that we navigate and handle the flow of our emotions is going to actually bring us into our power. Yeah. We can do that in a way that's healthy and honoring.
Oh, yep. And this also reiterates what you were saying, Jen. Stay the course. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. Learn from your experiences and keep going. So, beginning of the month, bumpy start, right? We're not on the wrong path. We just have to get through the bumpy start. So, I think that things will smooth a little bit as we go through the month, but it is definitely indicating that for us, that we are going to have this bumpy start. I feel as though it's like the moon energy and the solar flares and the whole neutrinos coming down. There's a whole lot of stuff, and that's creating that feeling of, which can frankly feel quite a bit like anxiety. Okay, so don't panic.
Well, and then I got clear waters to go with that. The clear waters card is about clear vision, confirmation, right timing, opportunity, right? It's about being able to go through all of that so that when we get to the other side of it, we have that clear vision. And then we have an opportunity to choose which way we want to go. So again, I think the cards so far are very aligned with the energy that we're in currently and what we're moving towards.
Yeah, definitely. And then your essential oil to work with is cinnamon, which is interesting. Cinnamon for me is much more of it's usually something I associate with winter because it's a warming essential oil. But it is for protection and regulation.
Absolutely.
Blood sugar regulation, which, affects our nervous system, right? So it is very protective and it regulates. So try using some cinnamon, whether it's essential oil or put it in your cooking or have some cinnamon to help regulate and protect.
I got some cinnamon incense here.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's it's protective in so many ways. Like cinnamon is one of the things, cinnamon and clove with lemon and orange, and like putting that all together, even just like outside with all of the skeeters that we've got going on right now, like there's that protective piece. But I think that that's such a beautiful little example of the protection that it comes, right, from all the little things that come at us, right? Cinnamon is a beautiful protector. And you can
I'm just looking at this other, so I've been working on another deck of cards. I'm not ready to show it to you guys yet, but the other things that are on that card that I have is warmth, vitality, empowered action, and invite warmth into your spirit and let renewed vitality move through you. Empowered action awakens as you trust your inner fire and natural strength. So you see, that's very much like the other cards.
That has come through so far.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to share that. So,
yeah. Well, in moving us through all of that energy, the crystal that goes with us is blue kyanite.
Yeah.
Right. So as we process through all of that energy and everything that's coming forward, we find clarity and expression, able to communicate with confidence. So really recognizing that it's, and I know we've said this so much on Twillow Talk and stuff like that too, that our shadow is our genius. And there's a reason for that, because as we work through things, as we gain understanding of the stuff that's happening inside of us, we can then speak to that. We can then share that with others. And that allows for that very deep, authentic communication, which is so important. And that is really where our power lies, is our ability to communicate with that authenticity. So that's fantastic that kyanite came with that. So that would be the end normally of what we would have on YouTube. And then the rest of the reading is what is in the membership page that is at Twillow. So
yes. So this is a bonus this month. Hello, Resonance. Welcome.
Thanks for joining us. And Rachel.
Welcome, Rachel. Oh, dear. I'm not sure I want to share the romance ones.
Okay.
This speaks to not making any rash decisions at this time.
Is that not what we were just saying?
Because don't make this decision during this time. Separation.
And wedding.
And wedding.
Don't I do and don't I don't?
Yes.
Just not right now.
Time apart from your partner is on the horizon, and this situation involves marriage.
So for some of you, you're probably feeling, okay, and this is really fitting for the energies because it really is on both sides, right? And it's just, they're like, I'm going to cry. We're feeling all of the feels right now in order to move us into a direction that is for our highest good. But not everything is going to feel like that in the moment, and that is okay. Change is hard, but change has never been the problem. Not really. It's our resistance to it and our holding on to things, making them be our shore, making them be our foundation. Our foundation can only ever come from within and with our higher self. And our guides are here to help us understand that. They want you to know that you are not alone in this time. And right now, the energy is helping to bring clarity, even though it feels like confusion. It is okay to take that step back, to feel everything that you need to feel, and to release whatever is coming up for you. Allow that process to happen completely and fully before any decision is made. And if you do, the decision that is made will lead you to the path that you are meant to be on. You've got this. You are not alone in this. We are here to help you. We are here to guide you and support you. We love you, and we love you for being willing to be on this path. It was Albion from the Elders Council.
Very nice. Yeah. Trust the path.
So much love. Holy moly. There's just so much love.
Yeah.
I know I want you to finish your cards, but I was holding the helping hand card when that happened.
You need the helping hand with this.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut in on your card, but they were just like boom, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem. So I think there's going to be some of you that are like, with all the feeling, there's going to be some of you that are like super in love and you're in like this honeymoon state. And there's others that are like, I'm done. It's like the extremes, right? Is what we're looking at with the emotion being the way it is. And so just, temper it. Okay. Just temper it as we go through the month, knowing that we really don't want to take these big or make these big decisions right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jen's coming back now from channeling the Elders Council.
I'm like,
If you guys are just joining us, that's what's going on here.
all right. So helping hand. Need others to assist with services, increase productivity. No one can handle it all. So being willing to allow that help to come in, to be that help if needed, to hold that space for yourself and to be able to receive it from others. Really allowing the guides, they're here, they have these messages for us and they want to help us. So opening to that and allowing them to comfort and guide in this time.
Well, and our dragon friends or brothers and sisters are also here for that. Mm-hmm. We've got the Emerald Dragon. Brings in healing and cosmic abundance. Good fortune is coming. Let your thoughts support your divine perfection. Align with your fifth dimensional blueprint. So, we said earlier, we're like going through this, stay the course, because it's a bumpy ride at first. So I think we're heading towards this, which is a little more comfortable, right? A little more like, so the flowers there, they could be roses, they could be something else, but they are red, which is all about red and pink. So they're like, love in different forms. So just self-love is coming through big time too, right? Making sure you're giving yourself self-love and patience, because this is coming. We just have to make it through this bumpy start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and as we do, I got the spirit animal is the lizard, regeneration. Right. So as a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt, embrace your transformation, put on a new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. And that really is what this process is bringing us through. So own that. Right? Own that you are the master of regeneration. If that needs to be the mantra, let it be your mantra. Right? As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt, right? To be able to say that, like, I can adapt. I can get through this.
What I'm getting is we wouldn't be here. Our souls wouldn't be here if we weren't up for the challenge. whatever that is. And we're all on our own paths, right? But we have this macro projected future as well, right? We're all just choosing to be on it together. She's got a lot of info coming.
Sorry, no, I pulled and four cards came out, and I was like, okay, guys, 4 is a bit much. So I pulled again, and 2 of the same cards fell back out, and I'm like,
so
okay,
those are the ones. Okay. She's got info coming. Okay. Anyway, the whole thing is that we are going through this big, massive transformation, right? So all of us just sticking together, right? This separation business that's happening all over the world in different ways is not serving us. That it is not how we're supposed to be living. That is not what we're meant for.
Yeah.
So that's coming through really strong, and know that you are capable of so much more. Our soul energy is pure love.
Mm-hmm.
That pure love is stronger than anything else. When you tap into that, that is where you find your strength.
Yeah.
That is where you find that power. Okay. So these are the Ascended Masters, or angelic activations. Sorry. So we actually have an ET for this one. So
nice.
It is Orion. Visions of the future. Your life and future are in your hands. You are a powerful manifester with the ability to call in and create the life of your dreams. What you focus on with unwavering faith is what you will experience. Focus your energy not only on what you want, but on the feeling the way you want to feel. For the feelings are what will bring you the safety and connection you desire. The activation phrase, I am the visionary of my future. Mm-hmm. So again, that speaks to us stepping into our power in this way. And you notice that is on his heart chakra, right?
Yeah.
The sacred geometry.
Absolutely.
I think it is on most of them, but
Yeah.
That's up to me today.
Saying hi to Jen, who's also joined us.
Hey, Jen.
And that quote, if you're handed it, you can handle it. And even if that handling it means handing it back, you can handle it. Mm-hmm. So 2 of the 4 cards, there we go. I've got Isis, reclaiming magic, call back your power and what is rightfully yours. And Kuan Yin, enlightened action, choose compassion, move forward with grace. If these guys don't sum up exactly what we've been talking about so far, I don't know what does. Right? So we've got Isis and Kuan Yin. And that calling back our magic, stepping back into our power, recognizing that we are more powerful than we know that we are, being able to speak that truth, being able to honor that in love, right? Mm-hmm. That is truly, I think, what this energy is here to bring us to.
Yeah, definitely. And so this is the shadow deck. This is what we're going to be brushing up against this month, shall we say. And it is defensive. Unseen resistance to unresolved issues. Explore with curiosity. So it's a month for reflection, acceptance, and growth. Mm-hmm. Defensive. So this is for us to avoid being defensive. Being defensive is really when we're sitting in fear. And it's a reaction, defensiveness. It's not like it's not a response. We usually react with defensiveness. And so the more we can start to take that pause, right? And be open and curious during the pause that we always talk about, mm-hmm. that will help you to stay out of defensive mode, right? Mm-hmm. Defensiveness comes because we are in a world of fear. All of our systems are built on fear. All of our programming is around fear. We need to reprogram that. Yeah. And so this is what they're saying. This is one of those things to focus on, because we can't do it all at once, right? A little bit at a time. So let's focus on not being defensive so that we can choose love.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that comes up a lot with clients, and has come up a lot, recently too. When the example that I like to use is if you're walking down the street and somebody goes, "Oh my God, I hate your green hair." Now, I don't have green hair, so I'm going to go, "Who are you talking to?" Right? Because I don't have green hair. If I thought my hair was green, I'd be like, right? I start to think something about it.
Mm-hmm.
So to the card, when you're saying, it's like those things that we don't want to look at, those things that we kind of push down. If a part of us owns something, we're going to get defensive.
Yeah.
Because a part of us is thinking to ourselves, is this true? Could this be could a part of this be true?
Mm-hmm.
If none of us owns it, we're like, you're crazy for talking like that, right? Like, we don't own any of it. There's no defensiveness. There's nothing that shows up for us because it's just not a part of our reality. But if a piece of us, even the tiniest little piece, maybe that wounded inner child, if it holds it, then we get defensive because it's like, I don't want to look at that. Why are you pointing that out to me? Why are you making me see that? Because I don't want to see that. And yet every card we've had up until this point is saying, it's okay, you've got this. Right? So I love what you're saying about, like, it's, we don't have to be defensive if we're willing to be honest with ourselves and hold that space for the healing that can be there.
Well, and I mean, many of us are fearful about being honest with ourselves, right? But I think that it's important for us to remember that even if we find something that we're not super happy with within ourselves, it doesn't mean we can't change it. In fact, we can. And
absolutely, that's why our shadows are genius.
Exactly. So we step into this knowing that whatever it is, whether we like it or not, we are able to do something about it.
Yeah.
If we feel we want to. Otherwise, we accept it as part of us and we move forward. I know it's not easy. It's not, we all go through this stuff. This is something that we all do as humans. And there's always going to be pieces of us that we discover that we're like, oh.
Well, it's only hard because we judge it. It's only hard because we have a belief that certain things are good and other things are bad. Mm-hmm. It's only a struggle because we have that resistance, or, I know I said this on Twillow Talk before, but that idea that, Jennifer likes it, whatever it is. The perceived level of difficulty plus the level of resistance equals the level of suffering. And it's true. If I look at something and I go, that's so hard, I don't want to do that. I have a lot of resistance. I'm making it out to be really difficult. I'm going to suffer to no end, right? If I go, okay, it's hard, but let's give her, right? It doesn't mean that I'm not going to have some hardship through it, but the suffering part becomes optional.
Yeah.
Right? That's the shift.
Yeah. Right? It's like subtle when you say it like that, but it's huge when you can actually do it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And if we do it, then we get to let our inner child run wild.
Ooh, let's do that.
It says, let your inner wild child run forth. And if you look, there's a horse here with butterfly wings, right? Like, there's just this beautiful energy of being able to be free and to allow ourselves to blossom and bloom into whatever we want to be. We talk so much about the butterfly. And I love the example of the butterfly. I know, they're just like, share this message.
No, my light just went out again.
Oh, but just that idea that, the caterpillar has everything within it in order to be the butterfly, but it has to completely dissolve in order for the butterfly to take form. And in order for the butterfly's wings to grow and be strong enough to take flight, it has to work hard getting out of that cocoon, out of the chrysalis, right? And so we know that transformation is not simple and it is not easy. And it takes, as the Sufis say, that die before you die in order to release the things that we hold on to and the suffering and the stuff that we stash down and hide. And who knew that June was going to be such a transformative month? But
apparently,
it's beautiful when we're able to allow ourselves the opportunity to sit with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what can we do about all of this? We can study, we can read, we can learn, right? It's kind of a time to do that this month. That's what I'm feeling. So reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity. This says about your career because it's a life path. So there are some that may need that part. But for the most part, or life purpose, sorry, not life path, life purpose cards. For the most part, we're in this. Like, in order for us to step in our power, if you're not feeling that way, read or research or, take a class. Whatever you need to get the information that you need to feel comfortable and confident, to gain clarity. Okay? That's what's up this month. So if you don't have clarity about something, do some research, do some reading, take a class, see a coach,
Well,
have
and
discussions.
going back to the helping hand, like just that ability to not have to do it all alone. Right?
Yeah.
Whatever that looks like for you.
Exactly.
So in the Divine Beloved deck, and again, it says Divine Beloved. You guys can make it whatever resonates for you. But it's the challenge card.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we're going to go through them. And it says, I embrace all tests. Whew, that's a hard thing sometimes to say or to be okay with. I embrace all tests. Allow me to flow with what cannot change. Let me embrace all tests and release any fear of loss, knowing that all can be replenished with ease by divine will.
Yeah.
I'm reminded of, and I actually used it earlier today, Rumi's Guest House. Right? If you guys don't know it, look it up. Rumi's Guest House. Right? Talking about how this life, this being human, is a guest house, and all of the emotions come, and sometimes they come to sweep us empty of all of our belongings, right? But to embrace them all because they come as messengers from the divine. And so if there's a challenge that we face, if there is a test that shows up, can we meet it with all of that powerfulness and magic that is in this, in order to allow for regeneration and transformation to happen?
Mm-hmm. Well, and, with that, we need to remember, this is your sacred geometry, the magic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pull that up closer. I don't know whether my camera will pick it up because my light went off. But
It's doing that. It's a little blur, but it's okay.
It's kind of a blurry card because they're almost like little puff balls as it goes around. So what it says is the frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move toward possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our own belief in their manifestation. And the one thing I want to say about that, sometimes they can be even more profound than we can imagine. About that. Sometimes things can be even better than we think if we allow.
Absolutely. And I love that allowing, right? The next card that I got, Befriend Pleasure. Right? And I'm going to read this one. It's a short little excerpt, but I think it's really powerful. It says, like the sun makes love with the fields and the forests, so can we with all things. We can easily get lost in the pressures of responsibility, and that lostness often creates a forgetting in simple pleasures. The indulgence of a long bath, the friendliness of candlelight. What?
Keep going.
Okay. I think I know what card you just pulled. The moorishness of an exquisite, lingering meal. Our bodies are sensual by design and quest for delight. This is a good time to follow the path of what brings you pleasure and dance with the ecstasy you meet along the way. And the gate 35 is really interesting because the hunger energy of the gate 45 is wanting to bring in more of that, right? But the exquisiteness, which is the siddhi of the gate 35, is exactly this. It's being able to really embrace what it is to allow that pleasure in our lives and not always be so serious about having to force it, but just taking simple, look at you, but taking the simple things and just finding joy in that.
So what I'm laughing about is I picked one. So these are the self-care cards. So I picked one and I'm like, okay, one is good. And they're like, no, you need to pick another one. So I pick another one and I just pick it up and look at it. And you say bath. That was the one they told me to pick.
I know. I had a feeling that was what was going on.
So make sure you take a bath because there's 2 cards about bath. And then intuition is the other one that I got. Mm-hmm. So trusting your intuition, right? We tend to kind of get caught up in that self-doubt. That's a great way to start to trust yourself that you can handle things, right? Is tap into that intuition, trust your intuition, see what happens. Because then we start to build trust in our own ability to handle whatever comes.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And on that trust level, so the next deck is the polyvagal card deck, and I got relational. And so all of the relational cards in the deck are talking about our relation between the different states, right? So our ventral vagal, which is social engagement, our autonomic states have like our parasympathetic, sympathetic, and dorsal, right? So we're looking at our engaged state, our fight, flight, and then our freeze or shutdown, collapse state, which is also fawn. So what it's saying here is finding objects that represent each of the 3 autonomic states offers a way to categorize our states, understanding the qualities of each state in a new way and explore the relationship between the states. So sometimes we get very stuck in a state and it's really hard for us to switch back and forth and to regulate. Trusting that intuition helps with that, right? So you choose an object to represent each of the 3 states and notice the characteristics that drew you to each object. Listen to the stories that the object tells and experiment with different ways to arrange the 3 objects side by side, stacking them on top of each other, changing the amount of space between them, take the ventral object away and bring it back, really just kind of exploring what the meaning is around that. Because what it does is it helps you actually consciously choose to shift between them, right? I recognize the story that puts me in that fight or flight. I recognize that shutdown that happens, but I also recognize where that ventral vagal, that social engagement state comes in and how it can help regulate these other ones, right? So to just allow yourself to kind of play with that a little bit so that when all these things happen, you're able to go, oh, I have this that I can remember how to shift between them.
Beautiful. And my last one is mantras. And we got one from the Rewriting Subconscious. And what it says is, the more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. So the mantra, the more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. So think positive, but allow the space for you to sit in those other emotions as well. Don't get stuck in them and mired there, but allow yourself to feel all the range. That's why we're here. The whole range of emotions that's why we're here as humans, is to be able to feel that. Okay? So the more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. That's like rewriting some of the programming that we have.
I like writing programming.
She's reading.
It's a really interesting card.
Okay.
The final card that we have is from the Mudra deck, and it's the Relax Mudra. Let it flow. Another water energy card. And the practice that's on this is really interesting. So it says overtension costs energy, and this mudra can help. Overtension, that's really a lot of what we're experiencing here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It says, firstly, play puppet on a string. Okay, now this might look funny or be silly or whatever it is, and do it to the extent that it works for you if you choose to. But it says, imagine that your arms and legs have strings attached, which are operated from above, right? So then you're raising your arms and legs, and then while breathing out, right? So you breathe in, and then while breathing out, let yourself collapse, right? Like a marionette that was just released,
Mm-hmm.
right? And do that again and again, right? So while it's breathing out, you slowly sink to the ground like a limp marionette, and then let yourself be pulled up again and collapse. And repeat several times, not letting your mind wonder whether it looks silly or not. And then you perform the mudra, either in a sitting position or laying down. And again, the mudra is very much just that, right? Bringing those together. The thumbs are just a little open, right? So you're just holding that. While you are forming it, breathe out several times, long and deeply, while gentle waves wash around you and carry your superfluous tension out into the sea. And then the mudra that goes with that, or the mantra that goes with the mudra, soft, warm water relaxes and caresses me. Right. So again, that water energy that's cleansing, it has to do with the emotions. So letting yourself kind of feel the tension, release the tension, feel the tension, release the tension. It's basically just muscle relaxation, right? And we know that helps. And then let yourself, if you lay with that or sit with it, and just being in the flow, letting it wash over. And how beautiful is that for all of the cards that we had for this month?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a powerhouse month.
It is a powerhouse month.
Mm-hmm. I want to say hello and thank you to some of our friends that have come in. Hello, Laura and Jules, Jen, Kaylee is here.
Rachel and back up and through. Thank you guys so much.
Absolutely. Resonance.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for joining us for this. It's this is our usual monthly thing, but we usually do a short one live or on YouTube. We don't always do it live. Usually it's recorded, and you get like a little clip, the first 3 cards for each of us. And then you have to go to the membership site for the rest. So today we just did it all on here live because we were running behind. And
and I think that it was on purpose, not on purpose by us, but on purpose, because the energies are what they are, coming on today specifically with the energies being as they are, feels very aligned and very much what we were supposed to do.
Yep. I agree. Everything happens when it's meant to.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
we want to thank you all for joining us and encourage you to come back. Come back and see us on Monday. We got Twillow Talk.
We've got. Do we have Tarot Stash with us on Monday?
I think so. So we have Twillow Stash on Monday.
We have Twillow Stash on Monday.
So we have Twillow Stash.
Yes.
So come and see us.
Mm-hmm. And actually on Monday at 2, before Twillow Stash, I'm on with Gerald, and we're talking about relaxation, which is going to be very important as we move through this energy.
So just for reference, this is the 4th of June, and that will be the 8th. Because you might be watching this later in the month because it's the June reading. So
True enough. Then you can go back and watch the other shows too.
Exactly. Then you have to go back. Awesome. Yeah. So thank you all for joining us for this monthly reading.
Yeah, and just before we end, just a note for those of you who came in late, in case you don't go back and watch from the beginning. If you've been feeling the intensity of the energy, go ahead, check out the Facebook page, check out my YouTube page. They told me I had to bring through an update specifically for the energy as it is right now, with some tools to navigate it, because a lot of us are feeling the intensity of it. And of course we are. I mean, look at what just came through with the cards.
Yeah. Exactly. And please remember, this is all happening for us, not to us, as we go forward and lead with love. Have an awesome month. We'll see you next month.